Hello everyone, my name is Dominic Sears, and today I'm going to showcase the scripture level resource database thing that I'm working on. And there's quite a few things that I changed in these past 2 weeks, and today I want to go over them and work on maybe a little bit more. But let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so we can see here we have a different layout that is not the same as the Laravel Jetstream layout. And this is to better fit the designs I laid out in Figma that I did in one of the videos. And it's mostly going to stay about this size. I was thinking of doing it like this, as you can see in this design, for a little bit more space. But I can't really think of anything as far as designing a layout with that includes sub items. So maybe you can start off like this. When you click on it, it expands out, but that'll require these to be a little bit more dynamic in the sense of spacing that they have, which it looks like they do, but you know. But for now, I'm just going to keep it like this big rectangle, maybe add some functionality at the bottom. I don't know. That's what we have here. And when you click on users, or when you click on religions, then you see at the in the submenus you see the list of items within there. And for the ones with multiple, I ran into an issue of highlighting it to make it highlight the whole thing because there's more than one. This one is totally fine, but I gotta figure that out. Maybe off screen because it'd probably take too much fiddling around to deal with. So, but here you go. Everything else is almost essentially the same. I did create, I don't know if this was on there before, but there's the religions list, and if you add a show pending, it'll show pending religions. And if they have denominations, nope. And so figuring out a more consistent design for each of these pages, because some of them have, shadows, some of them don't, which is a little weird, but it's totally fine. But yeah, if a religion has denominations, it'll list them here, and then you can click edit, or if I open this up, and then open up the database, tables, there we go. And then we go to denominations, data, we change one of these, let's say Calvinism, make it unapproved, so it's right here. Save, and I believe it should show up here. No, okay, I see why. I made an adjustment to the religion model. So instead of the default denominations bringing all of them, it's been moved to all denominations to bring all of them. So all I simply need to do is go back to the edit denominations Livewire component and change the relationship. So we'll do that real fast. So we go to app HTTP users, HTTP Livewire, and then religions, and then that. I can't see. Oh, here we go. There we go to religions, list denominations. So here you can see if it's loaded, we can put all. I think that's really should. If we go back. Nope. Oops. Yeah, all denominations. Okay, so if we refresh, why is it not there? Don't know. It's loaded from list denominations, so This would be a religion controller. Okay, nope, same thing. What? Alright, time to do some debugging. Didn't expect to do this early, but might as well since I'm already showcasing everything. Oh, create denomination, I'm on the wrong one. List denominations. There we go. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So Christianity should have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this shows all 4. So, yep, and this gets passed to the denominations, which goes to the Livewire component. And let's go here. So let's continue this journey. All right, this religion. Yep, that has 4. Okay, and then we go to this thing. Oh, okay. That makes sense. So pretty much it looks like the relation is lazy loaded right here because I'm referencing a different relationship, so it doubles the queries and pulls different data. So I just have to change this to all denominations, and that should solve it. And I'm pretty positive I'm fine, but we shall see. Oh, it's already here now. Anyways, now that that's fixed, you can see here that for the denominations that are not approved, there's an approve button, and you can edit. And what's going on here? Oh, yeah, denomination. Update denomination. Yeah, there's a new thing here. I just changed it today, so let's fix it on the video. Let's just, maybe we'll call this video bug fixes. Okay. Error to array on null. This denomination. Denomination is null. Okay. Null denominations. Okay, hopefully that fixes it. There we go. And so there's not much to edit anyways, but as this grows, maybe there's more things to add. But essentially you have your modal there, change it, and it shows up. Approve it. Boom, it's approved. Right. So yeah, the quick basic CRUD stuff, I suppose. Just a new little layout. And I don't believe this is on the last video, but I used something called actions. If it was, then here's a reintroduction to them. The actions are, there's a recent Laracon that went this year. I believe it's Winter Laracon 2022. And one of the talks talked about actions, and the showcase was just incredible. And I decided to implement it because you do it once and you can use it everywhere. So in order to do that, you first have to make a, the way it works is that you put an interface, and you put an interface into a function. So for example here, updates denomination as an interface, and the container decides what class, and you put in the configuration, app configuration, what is the concrete implementation, and it'll automatically throw it in there for you. And it's just an invocable class, so as soon as you call it, it does whatever action, and that's pretty much it. So you just send it an array of data, then you set a model, a denomination model, to make sure you can patch, and then there's inside there is some custom exceptions for whatever thing, and you can handle the exceptions and do like a response or whatever it may be. But so let me show that. So here on the sidebar to the left here, we have the actions, and then contracts, also known as interfaces. So we'll do denomination, updates denomination, just one function, and then in the action, there is denomination, update denomination. And so in the constructor, I forgot what the constructor promoted, whatever feature of PHP 7 something or 8, I can't remember. I think it's PHP 8. Pretty much a private variable that's it's another interface which the container instantiates it for you because of the file, which I will show you here. Be under services, nope, providers, and you can name it whatever you want, but I named it action service provider because these are actions, and you override the variable from the service provider class that you extend, and you just provide an array of bindings, so the contract and the solid implementation, and that allows you make it and then you enter it into it's a config app, and then here's where it registers it. So once you do that, and then you make the interface and the class, and you implement the interface on here, then you add it to the service provider, and it's in the config, then it all works as well. And so yeah, so it gets an array of data, gets a denomination, and all the logic stays here. The validator comes from an interface that validates it for us. So if we look at it, it's the validation. And so if I use it in like another class or another controller or whatever, or a console command, I'll automatically have this on there because it works the same way. Write it once, use it everywhere, which is fine by my books. Anyways, so pretty much all you need to know is just it updates the denomination, and it does it pretty well. Okay. Yeah, so I pretty much replaced, I think in the last video I was trying to do that, but with the form request, which didn't work out. So this is my solution, or the solution I saw and copied. Okay, so yeah, just a big interface, slight interface change, and enabled some of the jet stream features and uploaded my profile icon right there. And just working things one thing at a time. Last thing I worked on was the create denomination. You can already do it if you access it by origins list, or, excuse me, I forgot. I have it. Well, I have a URL and I have a front end for it, so it's like religions 1 denominations create. Right. So whatever religion you're currently under, it'll automatically like, okay, this is the religion you're adding it to. But this right here is just like you can add it to any religion. And so what I'm going to work on is to automatically change the denominations or the potential parents when you change the religion. So Christianity has these denominations that I have on the database, and then Mormonism has different ones. So that is what I'm gonna do on this video. Might do more, but it's already maybe about 5-10 minutes already, so let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so let me just close out of all of these. Okay, so we're gonna update that. This is the denominations create. So denominations create denomination, and then I believe I did it before in the faith. I think, yes, I did. I believe so. Yeah. So it's pretty much this. So, no, it's exactly not the same thing, but it update, and then whatever field you update. So in this case, updated state, religion, yeah, same thing. Same thing. Okay. And then it would not be denomination ID, it would be parent ID, I believe. Yeah, parent ID. And then create database. I believe I put it wire model defer, but let me check just to be sure. Livewire denominations, create denomination, and then yeah. So we want that to change every time. So let's try it out. Christianity, Mormonism, and it does nothing. Okay. Maybe that's something I have to change, depending on the breakpoints, the font being adaptable, but that'll probably be way later on. So, yeah, let's try this out again. Okay. So religion ID changed to 2. Doesn't say it here. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So I don't have denominations as a field, so what I have to do is change the religion. So that will go from here equals now we're only including approved denominations because this has to deal with the parent. Should be it. Is it all denominations? No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Okay. Try this out. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Well, that's one little small fix that we have here. The white stuff, like I said before, will go in. I'll do off video. Quick little update. What else should I do? I know in the beginning I had like a to-do list, but now I'm just off the cuff, I guess. So let's use my disorganization. So we do religions, create. Maybe we should just add a link to create a denomination, which would be a button or link that looks like a button. And that should be simple enough, I hope. So we can exit out these. Whoops. Religions, denomination. So religions, list denominations. And then we can do, make this a div. That would be religions.create denomination. Actually, I'll just make it a button. I should probably just make it a button. Yeah. Should I make it a button? I don't know. See what that looks like. Cool. It could just be a modal. I guess that'll be the next challenge. Let's put it on here. Let's make that a modal. Is it already a modal component? Let me check. Denomination, nope. It wouldn't be that hard because all I have to do is erase this and modal components. easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, we just have to set the religion. I'm blanking out here for a sec. All right. Let's go back. Let's just make this a button. No, I don't need that. Click equals. Okay. Is it the same thing? Yep. And right up here. ER. Here. So religion. And we are also here. Denomination. What did I put? New denomination. Okay. Is that the right create denomination? No, it is not. Create denominations. Okay. It's still debugging. No breakpoints. We'll set one here. Create denomination. Set is the yes. All right. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Try again. All right. So when it's passed through here, it's passed as JSON. So we need to go here, add an optional parameter. So we will do religion data. Okay. it somewhere. Where did I do this? It goes here. Nope. There we go. Okay. But without relations, because I probably don't know how to get that array to initiate the relationships. So I'm just going to have to do it twice. Query twice. Or technically not twice unless you go for it. So, I did it the same way as before. Okay. Now we should try again. There we go. Religion data. Yep. Boom. Okay. Now we got the state. Boom. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So has to do the query again. I mean, if I put it here or lazy loaded that, whatever. Same thing. Query has to go again. So, but we have a functioning modal button thing. Gonna take these bad boys off. Undo that. Boom. Now, what I'm probably going to do is just replace this with the button I've been using everywhere else. So, yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Nope, that's not. No, that's not it. Faith. Oh, it's already highlighted right there, waiting for me. Okay. There you go, buddy. I forgot the name already. And it's a new denomination. Okay. Okay, small load, but if it takes longer, at least they will know there's a circle spinning. There's probably a better way for the UI to put, other than this button, maybe just like a bigger plus icon in a square. But until then, that's what I'm just going to have to do. So I need to know. Oh, okay, so the response. Let's not make sure I don't need that. Update the denomination. Create a denomination. We shall do the same thing. Do a new one. What is a denomination I would put on here? Lutheran. No, I think I have that already. No, I do not. Okay. Luther. Booth ER-ism. Oh, okay. There we go. We now can add denominations with the modal. So if going to an entirely different page coming back, and now it's a little bit more dynamic, and this is cool. I mean, I guess there's two ways. So you could do it here, or if you're already looking at a denomination and you want to approve or edit or whatever, or you just add a new one and it's automatically connected. This is if this section right here is if you just want to add a new one in general. I guess a quicker way to do it rather than just jump through. There's also wire elements, wire. So this looks pretty good, and I'm definitely going to implement this. Spotlight is pretty much like if you're on Mac, you hit the command space and it's like a command bar, and you can just type in whatever, and I believe you can pretty much you can type in a command and it brings up, you can do whatever you want, and you can make it do stuff on the back end for like processing something. You can enter arguments, but the most I've seen this used was that, but also mostly used for like opening modals. So you pretty much just like do the command and then you type in what you want. So let's say you do that, and on here I'm using GNOME as a desktop. If I do command space, you see this thing up here. This is D menu, and whatever I type, so let's say alacrity, it wouldn't show up. It might show up suggestions depending on how you configure it. As you see it down here, somewhere down here, synonyms. But when you press enter, instead of that, obviously here it opens up the program, but it would open up the modal in front of you, and you can do whatever you want, and then it would do that in the background, or technically background, but you know what I mean. Anyways, cool features, cool stuff, thanks to open source programming. So I think that's awesome. Yeah, there's still the bug that I gotta work with this, figure out why it disappears after I update something, as you can see here. Oops, not here. Here. I just don't know why that happens. I just don't understand. But that happens. But now we got something cool going on. Boom. We refresh this. We're approved, and there's a new one. So, pretty cool stuff. A little bit more functionality, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but pretty much the reason why I'm working on the UI now instead of API stuff and integrating all that is because now it just takes an action, and it'll be pretty easy just to implement the action, and it'll work the same way on the front end as it does the back end. It'll be a lot easier to integrate. So that, and I guess I got kind of bored of working with APIs, and obviously I'll come back to it later. Laravel Synctum is really awesome. I still don't fully understand it, but I will do that in future videos. So I'll go ahead and pause it and park it there. So thank you guys for watching. I think it's super amazing just to go on this journey of programming. Still going, still more to fix. As you can see, there's placeholder elements for the UI, but I think it's going to be something really cool. And a little passion project of me working on it on the time that I can, because I think it's a really cool thing. So for all of you guys that are watching, I want to challenge you guys, and if you guys are willing to study the Bible, see what it means to really be someone who follows God. And if you want to learn how to do that, feel free to leave messages and comments in the YouTube comments, or message me on Instagram. I'll have my social media I think I'll have my Twitter on there as well. I'll have my social media in the description, and depending whatever language you speak, I'm sure I can find somebody. We're part of a church. It's called the International Christian Church. Churches all around the world, and I'll connect you with somebody. Whether you're out here in California like I am, or if you're out in a different country. So, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.